Good day, subscribers, friends of the channel, South Africans in general. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Wow, what a week we've been having in South Africa around legal issues. Just when I thought that we are done with major fugitive, then we are reminded again that Jacob Zuma is still alive and is still kicking, and the script has not changed. So today I wanted to deal with the issue of recusal of the Deputy Chief Justice, Justice Zondo, from being a chair of the Commission of Inquiry. Now, because I realize that this is really a very lengthy topic, if I would deal with it at a go, I've decided to break it up in a number of series. And so this would be then the first series. And the first series deals essentially with just my initial thoughts on the recusal of the Deputy Chief Justice Zondo. So these are my own personal opinions or thoughts about what I think in relation to this specific issue. Now, let's first look at the purpose of the application that was submitted by the legal team of Mr. Zuma. And the purpose of it essentially is to support the application for the recusal of Deputy Chief Justice Zondo. And in this application or affidavit, they set out the grounds which, according to them, makes their application solid or would enable then Chief Justice Zondo to be in a better position to recuse himself over issues that pertain specifically to Jacob Zuma and his family. So that is what we are dealing with. Now, South Africans, the first thing is, what did we really expect from Jacob Zuma? What did we expect from him? The best intelligence officer in the world, yes, according to himself. The script, as I've said earlier, remains the same. Excellent display of escape and evasion tactics. I mean, we all know that he wrote the actual textbook that deals with this. He mastered it for 9 years when he was a sitting president, and we know how he actually excellently managed to escape our courts left, right, and center over the years. And this is the same trend that we are seeing today with this application. So I'm not worried about it. It makes him actually quite predictable in terms of how he goes about dealing things. And I am telling you, South Africans, I believe that Major Fugitive should have learned something from the script of JZ about escaping the law without necessarily running away. So that is actually one of the nice things for me. What is clear with JZ is that he showed up. He showed up, but he showed up to make the best political arguments, unfortunately, in a wrong arena, being the legal arena. I genuinely, honestly believe that he's the best strategist, and he had a focus simply to undermine, in my view, the legitimacy of the Commission of Inquiry, and so that in the end, whoever is holding the recommendations of the Commission of Inquiry would not have the political will to prosecute. And it is becoming very interesting also, the trend around the rented supporters when it comes to these high-profile cases. There will always be a groupie making a noise and shouting outside, and this is worrisome because I don't understand its purpose. I don't understand whether their presence or lack thereof would in any way help JZ be in a better position to respond to the allegations that have been made against him in the Commission of Inquiry. And so what if he decides that he doesn't want to come to the Commission of Inquiry? So what if he doesn't want to respond to the allegations? Because essentially the version that is there is the version that the chairperson of the commission would then use to make his recommendations. So, but one of the things that is striking about these rented crowds is how little they actually get as you lose your influence and your power, isn't it? Especially over the cookie jar. So I must indicate that for me, really this week, looking at Major Fugitive, looking at Cupcake, I must actually say the best rented crowd was, in my view, the Bloemfontein affair. And it was indeed for me the best party, and I give it up to Cupcake. Cupcake, you did very well. So let us not forget, I think it's important why we are here where we are. Now, JZ has been implicated by a number of witnesses in the Commission of Inquiry, and he does not want to answer to the Commission of Inquiry nor respond to these allegations, damning allegations made by witnesses. So what you already see is an attempt to discredit witnesses that have come to testify against him. He's already labeling them as sweetheart witnesses, carrying a particular agenda, a particular narrative, that these are the people that he reshuffled from his cabinet. They are people that have a point to prove with him. So what? Does it change the allegations? Does it in any way change the allegations? And this is, for me, one of the important issues. But in the same breath, it is very interesting because he says these are witnesses that have been handpicked by the commission to be able to push a particular narrative which is the public protector narrative, which is supported by the North Gauteng High Court. And it seems then that, according to him, those are the only witnesses that were there. But if we are honest with ourselves, we would know that there were other witnesses that had a different version to state capture narrative, and that are not really willing to, they came forward to the commission but were not forthcoming with any information to say, but there is no state capture. And even if they made some comments, it never really discredited the authenticity or the power of the evidence that was presented by the others. And then there are others who they are talking about, but are not brave enough to come forward to assist the commission with evidence. And the commission has really put out a public invite to anyone in South Africa who has knowledge about all these things to come forward and give them information. But allow me, South Africans, before we lose sight of the sweetheart witnesses that Zuma is trying to blindside us with, we know for a fact that there were other witnesses that came to the state of the Commission of Inquiry, like, for example, Nomvula Mkonyane. We remember our 1-minute minister, Des van Rooyen. He also came to testify. We remember Dudu Myeni came to testify. And the truth of the matter, South Africans, is that we must not allow ourselves to be deceived again or to be confused or anything, because these people came, they testified, and they said nothing. And they didn't bring about any narrative that changes anything other than there was rampant fraud and corruption within our state machinery within the past 9 years. So that is what I want you to keep the focus, to say there is evidence, there is information, and it's not going to change. And what can I say about Advocate Skakane? The SC showed up. You the best, I admire you, you the greatest. And what a gentleman, South Africans. What an intellect, what a courageous man. Very courteous, very respectful, very sensitive in his choice of words in dealing with or making the best of a very bad argument, which is definitely an instruction from his from his client. And I believe this is really a clear example of black excellence exemplified. Where is Malema now? Where are the Red Berets now? For a moment I wondered, was Advocate Skakane one of the people that Malema was talking about? Unfortunately, he had just a bad argument that was presented by his clients, bad reasons given by his clients, for one, in my view, to be able to convince a judge regarding the many conspiracy theories that are instructions. So when you're trying to make the best of conspiracy theories and make them hold water in a legal setting, it really gets complicated. So why worry so early? I wonder about the facts that the chairperson for example, will make recommendations against you when he has not even begun to think about the decisions, only hearing from witnesses. But one thing I'll tell you, South Africans, is that Mr. Zuma, he judged himself, he weighed himself, he measured himself, and he found himself wanting, and now he wants us to lose sleep over it. We must not allow it. So that is just my initial thoughts, South Africans. So thank you very much, and I will move over then to the second series that will look at the reasons that that was advanced, and I am looking forward to the next segment. And thank you very much. Appreciate.